Hello everyone, this is Ellen110 and welcome back to another video. As I said in the previous video in the Funko Pop collection, if you have not seen that, then click in the link down in the description. If you guys didn't see that video, it was an amazing video. But let's go to the actual main video. This is another video with me and my brother. Say hi.
Hello.
Ew. Well, this time, instead of our Funko Pop collection, instead of his Funko Pop collection, we're going to be talking about our manga collection. This is all the mangas that we have collected throughout the, I'll say months, maybe a year for him. I've been collecting for just a couple months. And so here are all the current mangas. Now, there is not a lot to go through. By the way, I had to move around a lot of stuff because I was kind of covering the bottom here with all these packages all over there. I just moved everything over here. By the way, this is the mystery boxes. How long? I've been like collecting for around 4 or 5 months ish. My brother has been collecting for around a year and a half.
No, like the Maximum Ride, which is like the first is kind of a manga. I started getting it in like 4th grade, so like 2 years ago.
Well, I mean like collecting. Like, I mean, sure,
it's not
you got
necessarily
this,
something you collect. You actually like read it.
Well, I kind of collect it, but yeah, I read it too. So it's mostly half and half. But most of them are my brother's. But so let's start off. We're gonna be switching the cameras for whenever it's a manga that he got or he read, and for mangas that I've gotten and I've read, it's mostly gonna be switched in half. So let's start off first with Assassination Classroom. This Assassination Classroom has 21 volumes. I got the complete box set here. As you can see, there is a lot of mangas. This is probably one of the prettiest ones I've ever seen. Like, because many of them have the same format, but yet every single volume in this one always changes. Especially the story. It's a really good, very nice story. This is our only box set that we have technically. I'm very happy because this one we got for $80, 21 volumes and $80. That's literally like an entire steal. So I really like this one. By the way, if you have seen this story, right now I'm in volume 8. My brother has watched all of the anime. What do you think about it?
It was. I'm not gonna really spoil anything for you. And the ending was a certain emotion, but I don't want to say it. But yeah.
Oh, by the way,
starts with S and ends with S. Sadness.
Okay.
I'm not gonna describe it to you though.
By the way, around like maybe halfway, maybe 1/3 through the video, we're gonna be talking about spoilers. So for those that whoever read or watched the show, we could talk about it. So second off, this is mine. Again, this is an all-in-one. This one was very expensive, in my opinion. It was $40. This is an all-in-one Death Note manga. I call it my Bible since it's so long. It's around 2,000 pages. It's extremely nice, really good. I really like the story, so I got this because I'm such a huge fan of Death Note, the anime.
I can smell the pages from here.
I know, it's so good. And also another good thing, I'm really glad that I got it, because at the end they have a separate story after Death Note ended in the anime, which they didn't show in the show, which I am so glad that I was able to see. You know, nothing special, like, you don't need to see it, but like, just, you know, you're just glad to see it, you know what I mean? Now, next up, this is not a manga, but it is part of it's like I believe it's canon. This is a special edition Death Note. This is one of the cases that L had done. It's very nice. I really liked it. It's called Another Note, the Los Angeles BB murder cases, and it's a really nice, quick book. Extremely nice art at the beginning also. It's just like, you know, simple things. It's extremely, look at that, so nice. Just at the beginning. I will talk about that at the end. I'm not done reading it, unfortunately, but I feel like I'm gonna continue. Now this one, okay, this is Samurai 8. This is from the creator of Naruto, Makashi Kishimoto.
Kishimoto, yeah.
This one, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I don't kind of regret buying it. I have not really read a lot of volume 2, but so far what I've seen from reviews and how my personal opinion from volume 1, It's too much talking, not that much entertainment. It's so fast, you know what I mean? There's
Well,
nothing that
the
special to
writer
it.
Kishimoto really likes the idea of it because he says that he really likes the idea of like space and like introducing aliens
Yeah.
and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, that's not the problem that I have. It look, it has a really good concept. It could be really good, but so far what he's been doing, I don't really enjoy it that much. I know this volume 3 or 4 already in Japan. Volume 2 just came out in English, and so far it's eh. Now this is one that just started, and I've already had pre-order for number 2. This is a very small but expensive book. This is Mrs. Koyazumi Loves Ramen Noodles. It's like Food Wars, but only ramen noodles. The art is very
Wait,
nice.
really?
Yeah, I would say it's like
I
that.
might read it then.
It's very, as it's, look, it's very fun. It's not nothing crazy. It's very easy to enjoy, quick, nothing special, but it's very nice. I like it. I just pre-ordered volume 2. That's gonna come around, I think, next month.
I
And
might read that then because of how season 4 of Food Wars got delayed to July 3rd.
I have not watched any Food Wars. I could watch a couple episodes and then I stopped. Okay, so this is a manga that my brother reads. I have not watched nor read this show. Not read this show, nor read the manga. So let me get the camera and yeah, you talk
Well, you
about.
forgot Demon Slayer.
No. We're gonna go like from all the way there.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I bought the first 2 volumes of Fire Force, and I was planning on actually buying the whole manga until I figured out that there was a season 1 of the show. And well, the show itself is it's good except for the power scaling at the end of season 1 because it just got like too crazy and stuff. What? That isn't a spoiler.
Okay. Well, yeah,
Okay,
you're
but
right.
now let's switch
Okay,
back.
now we're switching back. Okay, so I'm gonna go with the ones at the top because I do not have a lot of space for it, and I love. This is my favorite anime. This is all of part 1 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Now, to be honest, if you watch JoJo's, you know that part 1's not the. It's like probably the least best. Maybe some people don't even like it that much. But the reason why I do not have that many volumes is each of these go for $20 a pop. So already this is $60 in total, over 60. And I don't really like that. Sure, these are very nice books. They're very good quality, very nice pictures, hardcover. But this is all I have right now. I would like to collect the rest, really. But to be honest, I just kind of want to get part 6 and maybe part 5. Because I just don't think there's nothing special after it in the manga. So, yes. But other than that, I highly recommend reading the manga or watching the show JoJo's. It's an amazing show. Okay, so now here we are going to really mainstream, to be honest. I mean, JoJo's is kind of mainstream, like most of these are.
Kind of
But yeah, this is Demon Slayer. I have volumes 7 through 12. Now I know y'all are some of you guys might be wondering why don't I have 1 through 6. Well, the reason why because I don't have that is if you guys did not know, Demon Slayer season 1 is already out and animated.
Bro, almost everyone that knows.
Yeah.
Anime.
I watched all of it, and I plan on getting the rest of the volumes. I know that it ended already in Japanese, but it hasn't come to English yet. I plan on collecting the rest from 1 through 6, but for now, I just want to kind of keep on going with what happened after the season. So that's why it continues after volume 7 through 12. I gotta say, I love these. Some of them are, like some of them I'm still reading, like this one and Samurai 8. But this one, every time I get a new volume, I read it immediately. It's so good. The art is amazing. I love the characters. Sure, it is quite a basic shonen. It really is a shonen jump manga and anime, but I just really like it. It's very enjoyable. Now this one, I do not know that much about. This is Bakemonogatari. I don't know how to really say it. I have not read any of these, so I'm just gonna skip past it. And let's go to another big one. This is what my brother is reading. This is Attack on Titan. So, Gan.
Now, this is Attack on Titan volumes 27, 28, and 29 and 30. Now, for all the other volumes that came before it that are gonna be for season 4, I did not buy them, but I read them at Books A Million and did not pay for them. So, But yeah, right now what's happening in the story is absolutely fantastic, and I also have a lot of Bleach manga because this is the last arc of the show, and it was pretty good because I really love the Bleach anime, but since they didn't animate it, but now they finally announced that it is coming back, thankfully. But yeah, so there's also a Dead Man Wonderland. This is similar to Bleach because the anime never finished, so I decided to finish the story with the manga, and it was also really good. Now, this is my biggest manga collection, and it is 28 volumes of the entire series of Black Butler. Now, this is my favorite manga series, and I've heard it's better than the anime, but I don't really know since I only read the manga. But I really love it, and I really love the idea of what it is. Now, Maximum Ride can classify as a comic book because it's American, but still, I'm just gonna count it in here. Really good, and it's very nostalgic for me because it was one of the first manga I read. And we got Tokyo Ghoul Volume 6 because
Yeah,
I
a
just
bunch
got
of
it.
other ones. And
Now we have, this is my most recent manga, and it is 3 volumes of Boruto. And it is good. It's better than the anime for sure because the anime is almost like completely filler. But still a disgrace to Naruto, but still, very good. And yeah, that concludes my manga collection.
okay, so this concludes our entire manga collection. Now we're going to be getting into spoilers and opinions about some of the manga. Especially one that I want to talk about is definitely Attack on Titan, since I have been hearing a lot of criticism for the anime and the manga itself on the change of studios and the possible change of.
I think it's gonna be good, the changing of studios, because the animation looks different, but I think it's better because it's like the same studio that's doing Jujutsu Kaisen, which for manga readers, if you know what that is.
Well, I mean, I'm perfectly fine with it, but it's just people that have been going throughout the show. I mean, I don't think a studio change is that bad, but yeah, for those that want to end the show off, would really like it to be since the original animations. I mean, for what I saw in the trailer, it seems to me that they nearly did the exact same animation almost. I would say.
No, Aaron's Titan looks a bit different.
Okay, but yeah, I'm perfectly fine with it, to be honest. I mean, Mid Studio is a very small studio company. If you guys do not know, it has concurrently only 34 employees, and with such a huge, anime series, it's kind of putting a lot of pressure on them. So I believe that it being given to another bigger studio, I think it'll be a better choice for them. Because I mean, there's been many problems and I think many delays in the previous seasons that I heard of.
I mean, season 1 to season 2 took 4 years.
Yeah, so I mean, of course, I'm kind of fine with the change. Many people aren't, and I think people are overreacting a little bit because it's still gonna. I do not know, but I heard that this manga is trash. Everyone,
Which one?
The manga after season 3, because they say
the manga for Attack on Titan.
Yes, they said it's trash.
You're tripping. Literally, everyone's saying it's amazing.
No, not what I heard from other people that have read it.
Who said that?
Well, it's people in the party that I've talked to. They literally the person's brother, the person's friends.
You can hire an assassin.
Hire an assassin. They all said that it changes too drastically with no sense, and that it doesn't make any sense, and they went too fast.
Well, yes, it does change drastically, but that doesn't mean that it necessarily limits it. Because, in my opinion, yes, it did change dramatically, but I don't even know.
Dramatically.
Yes, but basically, it changed, but for the betterment. Because in my opinion, because I'm not gonna spoil much because my brother's not reading the manga. But basically, the start of the story, it's like very gory and murder and stuff like your typical edgy anime. But right now, for the last arc and what season 4 is gonna be, it's a masterpiece of storytelling.
Okay, so this is another big one. I would say Bleach is coming back 2021, 2022 maybe because of the coronavirus delay. And it's a lot of excitement actually. I used to. I had 2 Ichigo Pop figures that I had for sale, and I bought both of them. If you guys do not know, I am a Pop reseller. That's why I have all these boxes here. I'm a Pop reseller, and I bought 2 Ichigo Pops with the intent of selling it for around $25 each pop, and anything crazy, right? And I actually ended up selling both of them per pop for $32, which is insane for such a common pop. Um, what would you say? Do you say that this manga, once it goes into animation form, is worth the hype, or do you think everyone's exaggerating a bit much?
Yes. Now, overall, okay, this is spoiler zone. Overall, I think that the fights in this last arc were absolutely amazing. Like, they were some of the best in all of manga. But the storytelling wise, it was honestly not that great. And the ending, like the last chapter where like they had that 10-year time skip, there were so many characters they forgot about. Like, we don't know what happened to Grim Jiao or Urahara or a lot of the captains of the Gotai 13. Like, they just forgot about them.
Hmm.
And the Stern Ritter, they were too overpowered. Yuha was too overpowered. Like, there were so many characters that were just too overpowered and
Right.
just didn't make sense. Like, oh, it's spiritual oppressive. Like, it just don't make sense how they're just Quincy's and that's it.
Now, okay, so most, like I said, most of them I'm not done with, or they're not done with. But one I'm gonna talk about right now is Demon Slayer. It's another big one also. But Demon Slayer right now that I have a problem with is that it's kind of the basic thing. Now, what I mean by that is with the same with Attack on Titan. Um, it's a lot of gore constantly. It's always the same thing. Many people die, and it never changes. The only thing that changes is probably the villain. That's it. That's the same thing with Demon Slayer, I would say, but it's worse actually. He's starting to learn stuff, yes, but in what would I say? Maybe like 8 through 11. Yeah, like maybe 7 through 11. When this entire fight with an unranked six duo, when they were going with against each other, sure it was good, but it's basically the same as every other fight that they basically get like just destroyed, beaten up, and they win. That's it. They're in the hospital for a while and they go back out. There's nothing special
Yeah.
with it. I'm not finding any connection anymore. I don't really care if one dies or not. Only one that has died, I forgot his name.
Rengoku.
I think his name.
Rengoku.
This one,
Rengoku.
this one is still my favorite. I would say because I really like this Hashira, and he was really fun, really good, and he gave a lot more passion to the fights, and he showed like on the difference of scale of power between Tanjiro and Hashira, which is insane. That's when I was like, okay, this is good. But after that, I would say it went back to the regular stuff, which I'm not really enjoying that much.
Repetitive.
Yeah, but right now in Volume 12, Volume 12 was very simple, nothing that crazy. No fights yet. It ended with meeting the Outbreak 5, I believe. But once they met him, but before all this, they started to show a lot more of what's to come, and that's what made me very excited. And also, I one bad guy that I love is Lord Muzan. That is the main antagonist. I love him. It's just insane how powerful he is, and yet we do not know his full capacity. Like, he could just manifest into any kind of body he wants to. He's lived for over 1,000 years.
He's Orochimaru.
I mean, but better. But yeah, that's the one thing that's keeping me going, and also I love the art, but I'm just hoping that it starts to change, or else I'm not gonna really like it that much. Anything else you want to talk about, Gavin?
For the, can you like block out your ears for the Attack on Titan?
I'll go outside and just.
For the Attack on Titan now. So for the Attack on Titan, my brother's gone. For the Attack on Titan, I really think it's amazing because it's from, like, okay, there's just Titans that eat humans and that's it. But with this Marley arc, it's like, it's really political and amazing. And we got introduced into a better version of the Jaw Titan. We got introduced into the Card Titan and the Warhammer Titan. And like, it's just so amazing. And there was a time skip. And it's just so good with the twist. And it's just a political masterpiece. Now, it hasn't ended yet, so I don't really know how the ending's gonna be. But so far, it looks amazing and really good. And it's just like when the anime ends and the manga ends, if it has a good ending, it's by far gonna go down as a masterpiece. Now, for Dead Man Wonderland. Now, overall, I read the manga like nearly a year ago, so I kind of forgot a lot of things. But I kind of liked the ending. The ending was quite emotional, and it wasn't like the ending of Bleach where it just shoved everything into like a climatic ending that wasn't that satisfying in the end. But yeah, so that was good about it too. And the Boruto manga not even close to ending. It's I really don't know that much yet. I'm like 95% sure Kashin Koji is a clone or some sorts of Jiraiya because we already know that he's artificially created. And I just finished the volume where we got introduced into Delta and she's about to fight Naruto, and we also got introduced into Kawaki, who we know is probably gonna be the main antagonist at the end. Probably not the Otsutsuki, but yeah. And Black Butler, which is my favorite manga. 28 manga volumes in total. And I really like the idea of it because it's set, in the ages of the late 1800s. And we got Seal Phantom Hive with Sebastian, who's a demon. And the only thing I didn't really like that much about this manga is about how almost every time they get in a situation, about how Sebastian can just overpower and that's it. But I do like the detective cases. And the last volume was really good because we got introduced into the twin and we figured out everything about what happened. And now I'm still waiting for volume 29. So yeah, I just can't wait for that to happen. But let me go get my brother.
Alrighty, thank you everyone for watching. I hope you did enjoy. Sorry that it might have been a little bit longer than I thought, but we just really enjoy talking about these things. If you want, sorry. Oh, by the way, if you have reached the end, if you guys know, my comments have been turned off for no reason. It's been YouTube. I'm sorry. It's not me doing it on purpose. If that's just what happens, I just wanted to let you guys know. I'm sorry. I can't fix it. But yeah, that's just how it is. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please do consider leaving a like and subscribing if you are new. Thank you guys so much for watching, and see ya.